If you think you have absolutely dialed in your email marketing funnel, but you are still stuck at 10 to 30% of your email marketing revenue, then this video is going to be for you. Because in this video, I'm going to break down the three things, such as the fundamentals you need in place before anything else matters. Second, the most common problems that are killing your email marketing revenue. Third, last but not the least, I'll give you a 4-step diagnosis checklist you can run on your brand's email marketing funnel right now to figure out what's exactly broken. So let's just dive into the video. But before we dive into the problems, we need to talk about the foundation, and you need to have these three things in place, and there's no way around this. Number one, you need to have a strong site traffic with a 10% pop-up conversion rate because your visitor actually needs to join your list. And second of all of your core flows needs to have more than 3 emails inside of them, such as welcome series, abandonment cart, post purchase, browse abandonment. You know all the flows that I'm talking about. Number three, you need to send anywhere between 3 to 4 email campaigns per week to your entire list. And if you're not doing these three things, you need to stop everything and go set them up first, because there is no hack that will bypass the fundamentals. But fundamentals aren't enough alone, because if you are doing all of that and you're still stuck at 20 to 25% of your email revenue, something else is broken in your system. So let me walk you through that three most common culprits that I see. Number one, your email list is just simply too small. This is the number one issue that I see, especially with the newer stores, because they're scaling hard with their paid traffic. And this is what you need to understand, that you are not going to launch a store and set up your flows and immediately see a 40% off revenue coming from email. That's just now how this channel operates. So email will only work because you're building an owned audience over time, and every single subscriber you capture is someone you can monetize over and over and again without paying for another click. And this will have a compounding effect on your list growth. And I'm going to show you why your pop-up conversion rate matters so much. Let's take a scenario. You are getting 75,000 monthly visitors every single month to your website, and one of your pop-up is converting at 6% conversion rate. So you're getting 4,500 new subscribers every single month. Your another pop-up is converting at, in scenario B, 14% pop-up conversion. So you're getting 10,500 new subscribers every single month. After 1 year, the 6% conversion pop-up would get you 54,000 total subscribers, and scenario B, the 14% conversion pop-up would get you 126,000 total subscribers. Now, this is the same traffic and with the same product, but your email revenue would be widely different, because the 126 subscriber list is going to crush that 40% revenue benchmark, while the smaller list is going to still struggle. But now you are wondering, okay, Tushar, I know that my pop-up isn't converting, so what should I do to fix that? So this is what you need to do exactly right now. You need to pull up your pop-up analytics, and you need to look at two specific numbers. Number one is your view rate, and number two is your submit rate. If your view rate is low, what's the problem? The problem might be your pop-up might be triggering too late, and it's not properly firing on mobile devices, because most of the traffic comes from mobile users. And you need to test earlier timings, such as 7 to 10%, or let's say someone scrolls 30%, so a pop-up shows up at that time. And also you need to make sure that it's showing on all devices, desktops as well as on mobiles. And if your submit rate is under 10%, your offer might not be compelling enough, or your pop-up design is killing conversion. That could be the reason as well. Or you need to test out stronger offers, such as mystery discounts, free gift, and or you can test out $10 off versus 10% off, so that works as well. Or you need to just simplify your design and reduce form fields just to the email. You don't have to ask for their birthday, their dog name, and stuff like that. You just need to ask their emails and phone number if you're doing SMS. What to do if you're at 10% or more? That is good. You just need to keep scaling your traffic, and your list will grow proportionally. The 40% email revenue benchmark will come as your list compounds over time. It's just that simple. Also, if you're a newer store and email is driving 22% of your revenue, but your pop-up is dialed in, and your list is growing steadily, then you need to relax, because you're on the right track. The compounding effect just needs time to work. Problem number two that I see pretty regularly, that is the conversion after opt-in is pretty terrible. You might have a good pop-up with a solid opt-in rate, and people are definitely joining your list, but then nothing happens after that. And usually it could be one of two things: your offer or your buying process. Issue one could be your offer isn't strong enough, such as the standard 10% off has become background noise nowadays at this point, and many of the customers are getting just bored and tired of this offer. So if you're doing 10% and it's not working for you, it could be that your product is already priced high and 10% feel like nothing, or your audience might be discount fatigued from seeing it everywhere in your industry, or it's just not exciting enough to create any real sort of urgency. So what you need to do is try different offer structures, such as mystery discounts. So you can say something like reveal your discount, or it could be 15% or 30%, or you can give them free gifts with purchases, and it often outperforms percentages discounts that I've seen. Or you can do dollar amounts off, as $20 off feels more tangible than 20% off, and you can do free shipping as well if you provide that. One of the other issue could be that your buying process is too complicated, and I see this constantly with brands that have complicated product quiz funnels, or like checkout processes that add like unnecessary friction for a person to buy. So the common friction points could be you have like 12 question quiz before they can even see a product page or something like that, and your checkout page has too many upsells. That's also something that does not work. Or you just have a confusing product option that make just people bounce. So this is what you can test out, as if your flows have like solid open rates and click rates but terrible conversion rates, you've found exactly where the problem problem lives. The fix for it is that you need to simplify your product page and use clear value propositions and create easy checkout steps. So don't make people work hard to give you their money. It's very simple. Problem number 3, and the most important and the most commonly seen, that the people aren't coming back. Because if your flows are dialed in and your campaigns are consistent and your list is big enough and you're still not hitting that 40% mark, people might not just want to buy from you again. This is a hard truth nobody wants to hear, but you might not have the product market fit. It could be some product quality issues, because email is fundamentally a retention channel. It's designed to bring people back for repeat purchases, but it can only bring back people who actually want to come back. So if you're selling, let's say, consumable and people aren't reordering, then your product might not be good enough, or they have tried it but they did not like it and they moved on, or something like that. And no amount of email optimization can fix product quality problems. So you might check upon that as well. And if you're disagreeing with me and saying, no, Tushar, my product is great, people love my product, so let me give you a situation where email marketing thrives. Email absolutely crushes for brands with normal or high natural retention, such as consumables. So it could be supplements, coffee, snacks, etc., or refillable products such as beauty, skincare, cleaning supplies, etc. Clothing, people buy seasonally or as trends changes, if you're in that niche, or products people tend to use up. So anything that needs a regular sort of replacement. But with brands such as furniture and mattresses, they do have low repeat purchases, such as not everyone is buying a mattress every 30 days, right? But email is still valuable for that initial purchase, and it may not drive 40% of the total revenue, but you can at least shoot for 30%, which is the minimum. And be honest about what category you are actually in, and you need to understand that if your category doesn't have that potential to drive 40% of email revenue, then you have to settle for that. But if you are a CPG brand and people aren't coming back, the hard truth could be that your product not just might be good enough, your product line is too narrow, or people don't see a reason to return. And sometimes the fix isn't your email strategy at all. It's expanding your product suite so that there's actually something valuable for customers to come back and buy. So now let me run you down with the 4-step diagnostic checklist. This is a simple diagnostic process you can run through right now. Number 1, you need to check your fundamentals, such as your pop needs to converting at more than 10%, and all of your core flows needs to have more than 3 emails inside of it, and they need to be live as well. And you need to send anywhere between 3 to 4 email campaigns per week. If you're not doing any of these, you need to fix these before anything else, and maybe fixing these would just get your email revenue to 40%. The final checklist for you: first of all, you need to check your list trajectory. Is your email revenue percentage trending upwards? Then you need to have patience. Or is it flat or declining? Then something is broken and you need to test a new pop-up strategy. Number 2, you need to check your flow conversions. So you have good open rates and click rates, but you have low conversion, then the problem is your website and the offer or the buying process inside of your website. Number 3, you need to check your repeat purchase rate. If first time buyers are not coming back to buy like a second time, then you have a small product problem, not an email problem. So now we are at the end of this video, and the path forward would be for you now is to grow your list consistently, build out your flows properly, send regular campaigns to your list without any fail, and make sure you have an offer that converts and removes any sort of friction from buying. And you need to ensure that your product is quality and it brings people back. And if something is broken in that chain, your job is to figure out which specific link it is and you need to fix it. And that's how you get 40% and beyond. So that is it for this video. And if you have watched this video till the end, then you are a legend. But if you're really serious about scaling your e-commerce brand, I can understand that all of this sounds good in theory, but actually implementing all of this on your own would take you a lot of time and a lot of testing. But to solve that issue, what you can do is just book a call on with me, and we will help you generate 40% of your entire brand's revenue via email alone. So if you're interested, book a call on with me, and I'll see you in the next one.